I was looking at my worship tutorials that I did last year. There were two of them, and one was about strumming a couple of songs in D in moments like these, and turning your eyes upon Jesus, and kind of running those together. The second one was about finger picking. As we seek and Jesus draw me close. And in that video, I said there were some other things that I wanted to touch on down the road. I didn't think it would be this far down the road, but nevertheless. And I mentioned a couple of things. One was Amazing Grace and some key changes in like 5 verses of Amazing Grace and how to do those. And then also I mentioned this song, Greater You Lord. Greater You Lord, I tried to find information on it on the internet. I know it's somewhere, I just couldn't find anything. There's another more recent song, a worship song called Greater You Lord, and that's all that kept popping up. So I don't really have any information about this song other than two things. One, it is just a great song for worship, fantastic for a congregation or anyone, but it's not a long song, but when you get through it and go back and tag the last 2 lines, it builds. And people are just magnifying the Lord. It's just a fantastic song. So that's the first thing. The second thing, this is not an easy song to play. A lot of bar chords, some flat major sevenths and suspended chords and B flat and some of these chords are going to be difficult. If you practice this song very long, your hand is really going to be hurting, which I don't want you to do. So what I'm going to do on this is something different I haven't really done before. I'm going to show you guys just quickly on screen. I'm going to show you the song and how I lay out my worship songs. I've shared in the last 2 videos a couple of things. You know, every worship leader has pet peeves. When I used to, I was a pastor for years, and I would lead retreats, and I'd have people come up and do worship before I ended up playing again and leading worship. And one of the things that drove me crazy was having a music stand and having someone stop and flip through papers. Drove me insane. Talk about breaking the moment. So what I did was I worked on a way to put 6 or more songs on 2 pieces of paper, so I could have a music stand, have 2 pieces of paper there, and never have to touch them. Obviously, over the years, the fonts have changed, and but that's all right. So let me quickly just show you. This is out of my own worship song book that I compiled over the years, a couple hundred songs that I used to do. This is some of the G's, obviously, but you can see if you look at this, I hope, that there's 3 songs only on this sheet, but see how they're laid out, and it's just now granted, things are close together. There's not a lot of spacing. When I have the chords, the lines are right below it, and there's not spaces between the lines. So you have to get used to reading that. But in doing that and expanding the margins on the top and the bottom and the sides, only to the point where, and if you look at this, you can see the margin on the top. Do you see how? And on this side, there's a little bit there where it's really close. This one over here is probably 1/2 inch, so I could do holes for a notebook. So, I could lay out maybe 6, 7 songs and not even have to touch it. It would just be there. And the goal is always the same. I mentioned that before, and I'll mention it again. When I pastored the church in Idaho years ago, it was 93 to about 99. We would do worship practice before. We would go in my office, shut the door, and one of the things we always prayed, whoever prayed, we always prayed the same thing. God, please, as quickly as possible, can we get out of the way? Can we be invisible so you can be at the forefront, so people will see Jesus and be touched by Jesus? That's what worship's about. Literally, the word speaks of bending the knee and kissing the ring. That's what it's about. It's worship, or worthship. This is a passion of mine that I have studied, read on, taught on, and done for years. I have not led worship for a while, actually, and very much praying about now. And it's so interesting too. I'm retired now. I've got all the time in the world to travel, to do worship, to do house concerts, to do house concert worship, or whatever. So whatever the Lord would do with that, that's fine. So let's take a look at this song. I'm going to take you guys through it. I think what I'll do first is I want to talk about some of the chords. In fact, you know what? Let me just do the song, and I'm going to do just one time through and then tag the last two lines. And hopefully you guys like it. I haven't memorized this one yet, so that's why I've got my glasses on, because I'm going to have to look at this sheet. All right, as usual, I do the first line, just playing it, setting the tempo, etc., getting me, and hopefully those that are there that have heard the song before, they know what's coming. Great are you, Lord. So as you can see, if you're going to play this song, it's going to be, you're going to be doing a lot of chord changes. And some of them are not easy, as you saw and heard. And if you make a little mistake, which I'll touch on, you keep going. And of course, in worship, that's the lesson, isn't it? You might hear it, no one else probably will. So I'm going to take you through this real quick. This is in the key of F, which for many is a nightmare, but we're going to do it anyway. Now, it's F, D minor 7th, Holy Lord, so it's Holy Lord. If you don't play a bar F, play it like this. It actually makes more sense. F, Holy, and just lift your ring finger, Low, D minor 7th. This is a baritone ukulele, G minor 7th, this is 3rd bar. O, C, Leo. It's an A minor 7th, but I play an A minor. You alone, D minor 7th, are worthy, G minor 7th, which is just a bar on the 3rd fret of my praise. Again, F, Holy Lord, most holy, G minor 7th, C, Lord, a D minor, with all of my G heart, I sing C suspended 4th. This is a C. Can you see that? The 4th is right here. Your F, D, G, B, E. So you're going to go like this and bar here. Always resolve that. So it's all of my heart I sing. Here's where it builds. Great. So we're back to a F and a C. Are you Lord? D minor 7th. The C. Now here we go. B flat major 7th. Or A sharp, obviously. Here's your A. Here's your A major 7th. We're going to take this and do this. Kind of a... You see that? Bar here, and then you're going to do like a D7th moved over. Great chord. That is A minor, D, or C, A minor for now. G minor 7th of praise. Oh, A 7th. D minor and true. Great R. Here we go again. B flat. Not an easy chord for many. Got to bar these 3 here and here, or A sharp flat. Or this is a B flat. So B would be here, flatten it, or an A sharp. Because your A is here. Now I play A like this, 3 fingers. So you conceivably could do it like this and do this. But I just do this. Takes a little practice. Actually, it takes a lot of practice, and your hand gets really sore. Most holy, C, Lord. Okay, so let's go through that one more time. F, O, D minor 7th, G minor 7th, most holy Lord, you alone, A minor, are worthy, D minor 7th, of is G minor 7th, my praise, holy Lord, most holy, G minor 7th again, just repeats, holy Lord, C, now it's going to go off to a D minor, with all of my G heart. Here's your C suspended. I sing. Always resolve that. Sing. Great G, C, are you, D minor 7, Lord, back to C, B flat, major 7th, A minor, G minor 7th, play, hey, hey, C. Now F, ho, A 7th. Now some people will tell you on the baritone, listen to this, guys. If you get anything out of watching these videos, and especially out of this one, use your ears. Listen to